Welcome to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show, brought to you by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. Also brought to you by Slumberland Furniture, Slumberland at the Lake, our veterinary, and Surdike Yamaha. And this week we're focusing on the Versailles Tigers. We've got first-year head coach Josh Walters here doing a great job over there with the Tigers. Thank you for making the trip down. Appreciate it.
No, thanks for inviting me. Happy to be here.
Absolutely. We did one of your games just last week, and you guys are so fun to watch, so fun to do your games because you're up and down. You like to throw up a lot of three-pointers and stuff like that. It's a fun game to watch.
It is fun. I think the kids enjoy the style a little bit. It's not as fast as we've been in the past, but there's some aspects of what we used to do that the kids still enjoy offensively. So
Absolutely. Okay, so it's your first year as the head coach. Are you enjoying it?
Oh, yeah, I'm enjoying it. A lot more hats I got to put on than what I did as the assistant under Coach Allison, but learning a lot from it and excited and looking forward to what the future is going to hold there as well. So.
Absolutely. So it kind of helps that you were there before and as an assistant, you kind of move up, but still a lot of new things, a lot of pressure being the head coach and all that stuff, but no worries, huh?
Nah, it's all right. It's just new stuff that you just got to deal with. So.
Right. Okay. So, and recently the school confirmed that the Tigers will be moving conferences this summer, actually moving out of the Tri-County and into the Ozark Highlands.
Highland Conference.
So the feeling of the guys on the team, are they excited about that, or is that they're not looking forward to that? What's the feeling?
For the kids, I think they're excited. But at the end of the day, when it comes to whatever sport they just want to play.
Yeah.
I don't think they really particularly care who they're playing against. I just feel like with the conference change, it was the best interest for our athletes and for our school district. So it was the right direction to go. But for the kids, they'll play wherever, whenever, most times. So.
Absolutely. Probably has the biggest effect in football because you only have one or two non-conference games that you can put on the schedule, but basketball, you'll be able to probably keep some of those games with the old Tri-County Conference rivals.
Yeah, I've already talked to the AD about that and try to figure out the schedule for next year a little bit and say, try to keep some of the teams that we played before because we have so many games on the basketball schedule.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, you got a lot more room to do things like that. So going into this week, you guys 10-5, having a real good season, have some games in the annual Eldon tournament this week. I think it's the 92nd annual Eldon Boys Basketball.
That's a lot of them.
That's a good tradition there. Now, I think you played at Eldon when you were growing up, right? Or not Eldon, but at Versailles.
Oh yeah, we played. I played at Versailles, and we played in the Eldon tournament. Every year that I was there. So
kind of a deja vu of sorts. Going back.
Going back, when you have, he said 92nd?
92?
You have 92 of them. There's a lot of games played there.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've got a regular bracket in the Eldon tournament, and there's a chance you can, Fatima, I think, goes in as the number one seed in this tournament. Osage and Eldon are there. St. Elizabeth, I believe, is there.
Eugene.
Or Eugene is there, that's right.
Eugene, us, Moberly, and Smith Cotton.
And Eugene's really good this year,
yeah,
too.
They are. We were lucky enough to get them at their place the first game of the year, and then they got us back at the championship game of the Stover tournament. So if we get another matchup there, hopefully we can come out on top of that one.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. So you've got a young team. You've got one senior starter, and that's Trace Murdoch, having a pretty good season. But all the rest of your starters are young, so the future really pretty bright for Versailles basketball.
It is. We get a lot of them coming back next year. So Ryder, Tyrus, Tristan Albrecht, they're all juniors. We have a couple juniors on the bench, and then Reese is obviously a sophomore.
Yeah.
And then I got a couple sophomores that are getting a little bit of playing time too. That'll be in the mix a little bit for next year. So we have the core of it coming back, which is exciting for next year. So.
Yeah, I tell you what, that gives you some good feelings for the years ahead when you have that many good young players. You got one guy, Ryder Williams, who's been a starter, I think, since he was a freshman maybe, but this kid is a shooter. He's not afraid to shoot from anywhere. He'll put it up from half court.
No, like we were talking, if he hits one, he's feeling it, and then it's going to keep going, so he loves to shoot.
Is it one of those things as a coach, it's no, yeah, good shot kind of a thing?
In the last couple of years, it was, we let them shoot if they're comfortable. It's a little bit different this year, and he's changed his game up a little bit this year. He's still averaging 28 points. He's not hitting as many threes, but he's doing a lot of his work inside and trying to get rebounds and posting up and stuff like that. So trying to show off more of what he can do in the game of basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we look at the Tri-County Conference, your last year in the Tri-County Conference right now, Southern Boone's doing really well. Blair Oaks got the football players back. They're playing really well. Are those two the top teams to beat? And you guys are probably right up there close.
I think those two, and I think Hallsville is another one.
Oh, yeah.
That's up in there. We've already played Southern Boone and Blair Oaks. We didn't come out on top. We played about 3/4 of the 4 quarters. I think if we could have put 4 quarters together, the outcome may have been closer or different. So, but we've just got to find a way. But I think we're up in that top half of the conference, and just depends on how we're feeling that night and if the ball's going in or not.
Yeah, that makes a big difference, absolutely. So we're talking Versailles Tigers basketball. Josh Walters here with us. We'll have more with Coach Walters right after this. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Loring. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey everyone, Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture of the Lake. Right now we have our inventory reduction sale going on through the month of January. Come in, check it out. What does it mean for you? Lots of great savings. We've got savings in every room of the house for every budget you could think of. We have sofas starting at $399, bedroom groups starting at $599. Come see us, save lots of money. Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
If you love the lake, you gotta love Lake TV.
Visit Surdak Yamaha at Lake of the Ozarks, 50 years strong.
Welcome back to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. We're talking Versailles Tigers with Coach Josh Walters. So what players are you most proud of stepping up for you so far this season?
Well, I think we've got a lot of guys stepping up because with the system we played the last few years, rotating guys a lot. So some of those guys that got rotated a lot are now playing a lot more minutes. Tristan Albrecht, for instance, he didn't get a whole lot of time last year. He played a lot of JV, but when he comes in and he's confident and he's hitting shots, it gets us going. Reese, obviously, he got a lot of playing time last year as a freshman, but he's handling the ball more for us. And when he's confident in games, he's shooting the ball a little bit, and he'll hit 1 or 2 threes when he's confident with it. And it helps us out, and then that helps Ryder get shots. And when other guys are hitting, Ryder's excited for those guys. And then when Trace is hitting and those, so everybody's stepping up. Everybody knows what Ryder's going to do.
Right. Yeah.
But
28 points a game.
Yeah.
Right?
And everybody knows that we kind of run our offense through him. But if you could take him away, we got other guys that when they're confident, they can step up and hit some shots and help us out. So that's the best thing for us.
Yeah. So here we are midway through the season. What do you most want your guys to work on the rest of the way? What do they need to get going, get doing for you guys to go where you want to go? For
us, we need to rebound. We talked Friday night about the rebounding was the key to that game. And if we're not rebounding, we're giving up second chance opportunities for other teams. If we're not going down, if we don't hit a shot, then we give up. I mean, it just gets us out of sync a little bit. We got to rebound and run and go find good shots, and that's the key for us. because we're undersized, so we just got to make sure we got to get that ball.
Absolutely. That makes a big difference in those games. So Lake TV, we've already done a couple of your games. Love doing those games because it's up and down and back and forth. And we've got a couple more coming up. We actually doing a doubleheader of the Osage Versailles girls and then the boys on February 3rd, so that ought to be a lot of fun. And then we've got your game at Eldon on February 21st. So a couple more of those games coming up, and it's so much fun to carry your games there. So we take a look at the postseason, the district coming up. You are number 1 right now, I think, in your district. You got what? Osage, Eldon, California, Springfield Catholic,
and Buffalo.
Yeah. So right now you're kind of the number 1 seed up there.
Yeah, we've played 2 of the district opponents right now, and then we'll obviously play Eldon and Osage, and then I don't know much about Springfield Catholic.
Yeah, right.
Because they're just a little bit further south. But the whole goal right now is to win a district championship for our guys, and because at the end of the day, if you don't win that, you can't advance in the state tournament and try to win a state championship. So right now, all our guys are focusing on that, which is a good thing for us.
Absolutely, yeah. When you can have that confidence and have that number 1 seed, at least at this point, that lets the players know they got a shot, right? You know, that's kind of cool. Okay, so a couple of fun questions for you here. So what is your favorite food of all time?
Ooh.
What do you love?
I like pizza.
Pizza, really?
Yeah. Okay. Sausage pizza.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Like a lot of cheese on there, thick crust, thin crust, what?
Casey's.
Casey, okay, there you go.
I like Casey's pizza. It's way better than Pizza Hut for me.
It's a nice plug there for Casey's. All right, greatness. How about, are you a reader? Do you have a favorite book of all time?
I'm not a big reader. I recently started doing some audiobook stuff, which I can find myself focusing a little more with audiobooks. When I read, I just get headaches and stuff. But I just listened to Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was a pretty good book. He talks about his life and stuff, but he relates it to green lights, yellow lights, and red lights like a stoplight. And trying to get more green lights in your life and how you can change yellow lights and red lights into green lights. So it was pretty good.
Are you a big motivational speaker kind of a guy? Do you listen to like motivational tapes to get you all fired up and stuff like that?
No, but I feel like I do a lot of motivational stuff. Like when I talk to the kids, I try to motivate them, but I don't listen to motivational stuff because then I feel like I'm stealing stuff.
That's a lot of the job of being a coach, isn't it? Is motivating the guys, right?
Yeah, they get their minds right. If their minds aren't right, you never know what you're going to get.
Well, and with kids, that's always a question. How about your favorite athlete of all time? Who would that be?
Kobe Bryant for me.
Really? Okay.
So when I was a kid, I didn't really play any sports until middle school.
Really?
And then, So I was actually, for football, I was walking down the hall, first week of school. Principal was the head football coach of the high school, and he goes, "I called your mother, you're going to football practice today." Okay. And that's when I went out for football.
Yeah.
And the only reason I went out for basketball was because all my buddies that played football played basketball.
Right, of course.
And I knew nothing about it. So when I started watching basketball, it was late at night. So the only team you could get on TV late at night would be Lakers.
Right, out west.
So, so I started watching them, and Kobe Bryant was obviously the star, him and Shaq. And then, so I went through that, and just Kobe from then on became the guy for me.
All right. Wow. So it must have been heartbreaking when he had that helicopter crash, I guess, for you.
Yeah. I think he's more than what he did in the game of basketball. His work ethic and some of the things he preached and things about, how to go about your business, which big motivational thing. And I think the saddest part for that was just him trying to be a father, after he retired and supporting his girls and doing what he did for his girls and being the best dad he could be. And then that happened. So
yeah. Well, speaking of good dads, you got a couple of kids. In fact, your son, it looks like he's going to be a future star maybe for the Versailles Tigers.
Well, we won't label him a star right now. He's got a lot of work to do, but he's a 6th grader and my oldest is, and he does some things that's kind of impressive at times.
Yeah.
He has ability. He just has, like I tell him all the time, I said, you're only going to go as far as you want to work. So
there you go.
And because I'm just dad. I know I'm hard to listen to.
Spoken like a true coach. Coach Josh Walters from the Versailles Tigers here on the High School Basketball Coaches Show. Thank you, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.